People in Southwest Florida still working to clean up and rebuild. Meanwhile, the search for survivors continue. How you can help those affected by Hurricane Ian this noon.
Finding food where there is little. How many food pantries like these are helping students learn and will keep them fed through the holidays too.
And temperatures are nice, but this drought is getting worse. Is there any rain in the forecast? We take a look coming up.
Live from KSAT 12, the news at noon starts right now.
New at noon, a person on the northeast side dead after getting hit by a driver. It happened around 6:30 this morning.
So take a look. We're going to show you the scene on 3500 block of Randolph Boulevard. It's near Judson and I-35. Police still investigating, trying to figure out what exactly led up to this crash. Right now, they do tell us the victim was pronounced dead at the scene. We're working to learn more about this victim and who may have hit them. Well, a San Antonio police officer now on administrative duty after shooting a man who hit the officer with a vehicle. Now, Katrina Weber is near Blanco and West Avenue where it all happened and says administrative duty is the routine procedure in cases like this when officers fire their guns.
The police department always conducts an investigation whenever officers fire their weapons, and until that investigation is complete, the officers are taken off the streets. And in this case, police say the officer fired several times. In fact, a man who lives here told me he heard what sounded like 10 to 15 gunshots. Now, the man who was shot was in a car outside McDonald's at Blanco Road and West Avenue. According to Police Chief William McManus, the officer was answering a different call at the time when he noticed that car after 10:30 last night. McManus says he went to talk to the driver, and then the driver took off, hitting the officer in his leg with the car.
Once he was struck, he drew his firearm and fired multiple times into the car, striking the driver.
That man was taken to a hospital, and the last word we had, he was still in surgery. So as far as we know, he is still in the hospital. The officer, who the chief says has been with the department for a little bit more than a year, again, is on administrative duty until the investigation is complete. Reporting from the north side, Katrina Weber, KSAT 12 News.
The schedule at court is now clear, so former Constable Michelle Barrientos Vela can now continue her sentencing hearing. It was put on hold for 3 weeks after a Bexar County jury convicted her. She was found guilty on 2 counts of tampering with records. Her punishment will be determined by the judge in the case, something that Barrientos Vela opted for. New this noon, more changes at the top after the deadly mass shooting at Robb Elementary. Governor Greg Abbott today naming a new chief of school safety and security. It's a job at the Texas Education Agency that was created specifically in response to the Uvalde shooting. John Scott will now serve as the state's expert on school security and public safety issues for Texas school districts and for the legislature. He's also set to make sure that schools are implementing the school safety policies that are being passed by the legislature. Scott has experience in security, including time spent as Assistant Special Agent in charge for the United States Secret Service in North Texas.
Out of the latest on the aftermath of Hurricane Ian and the cleanup efforts across southwestern Florida. The death toll continues to rise. At least 83 people confirmed dead. ABC's Rena Roy reports search and rescue operations still underway as crews work to find anyone who still might be trapped by the floodwaters.
A desperate search for survivors underway across southwest Florida.
Coming your way, coming your way. Watch his foot.
Already more than 1,600 people rescued.
There's more urban search and rescue teams in Florida now than in any one place in American history since September 11th.
This group of trauma nurses and retired military volunteering on hard-hit Pine Island.
Where do y'all think we're needed the most?
I would say St. James.
It's a calling, it's not a job. So whenever a need arises, you got to be there for your people.
The full scope of devastation coming into focus for so many as the cleanup begins.
The floors are ruined, the walls are down, the ceilings have all dropped down, the water level is above the roof. The whole thing this is everything we could salvage. It's our lives.
Hundreds of thousands of customers still without power.
Right now, we have to go with the motion. There's no power, no water.
Officials in Lee County facing questions for issuing an evacuation order Tuesday instead of Monday like some other nearby counties. At least 42 people were killed there, the highest death toll in the state. Authorities defending their decision.
I stand 100% with my county commissioners, my county manager. We did what we had to do
at the exact same time, I wouldn't have changed anything. And I know, being in those meetings from the very minute, this storm was very unpredictable.
And looking around here in Fort Myers, the devastation is just so widespread. It's clear that even after rebuilding, some of these areas will never be the same. Rena Roy, ABC News, Fort Myers, Florida.
And happening right now, our KSAT community partners, along with the American Red Cross, they're raising money for hurricane relief efforts in Florida. The number to call right there on your screen. That is 210-351-1363. Phone lines are open until 7 p.m. We held a phone bank this past Monday for the people of Puerto Rico after Fiona ripped through that island. The final total from that event from last Monday, that was $14,045. So we want to thank everyone who donated and helped make a difference. In just a few moments, we're going to be checking in with the Red Cross, how your donations will help those in need.
It seems the work is never done for TxDOT crews, and this week is no different. Traffic authorities. Stephen Cavasso takes a look at some of the latest construction-related closures around town and how you might need to get around them.
The month of October is here, and although it is spook season, there's really nothing to be spooked out about on the roads if you plan your commute ahead of time. Let's see the road closures that are going to be taking place in and around the Alamo City. Here's one, 281 over on the north side of San Antonio. We talk about this quite often. There's a lot of work that's taking place out there, but work will actually continue on Monday, October 3rd and up until Tuesday, October 4th. This is actually asphalt work. It begins at 8 in the morning and should wrap around 5 in the afternoon, so it's a pretty busy time according to TxDOT. You'll see alternating southbound main lane closures from Wilderness Oak to Stone Oak Parkway. Let's take a jump now to US 90 over here in Bexar County. Sign installation will begin on Wednesday, October 5th. It does take place during the day, 9 in the morning to 5 in the afternoon. But keep in mind, it's going to be in the westbound lane, single westbound main lane closure right there at Montgomery Road. So watch out for those crews out there. And let's take one last look here at I-10 over on the east side of Bexar County. Pavement work. All right, this has been current for quite a while, but we'll see this at least wrap up on Friday, October 28th. Begins at 9 in the evening, those late night owls, and should wrap around 5 in the morning for the early bird commuters. Single main lane closures in both directions from US 87 to FM 473. But go ahead and grab those phones, open your camera app, scan that QR code. It's right there on your screen by tapping the center of your mobile phone. That will take you directly to our KSAT traffic page. Has a full list of all the closures that are current in and around the Alamo City.
Thank you, Stephen. The San Pedro Creek Culture Park, it's coming along, and this morning we got a sneak peek of part of the project. So Phase 1 now has 2 new segments that stretch from Houston Street to Cesar Chavez Boulevard. The new areas will feature spaces that celebrate San Antonio's history, as well as a 250-foot interactive water wall. The new segments to the Phase 1 will be open to the public next Friday, October 14th. There's going to be a lighting ceremony starting at 6:45 in the evening. Then people can enjoy family-friendly festivities on Saturday, October 15th.
Teachers know hungry bellies can't learn, but a new mini food pantry. These things are popping up near schools in San Antonio's food deserts, and they are making a big impact. A group called Community First Health started last year, building more than 30 of these pantries, many of which are in the Harlandale School District. Tiffany Huertas takes us there and shows us how the project is going to feed kids through the holiday season, too.
You see some soups, you'll see some cereal.
This mini food pantry at Adams Elementary School is one of 14 at Harlandale ISD.
They can just come take what they need. Other people will come and bring things that they need.
Social work coordinator for the district, Brian Jacklich, says the project is helping families in this community.
We all know how high food prices are, right? And so what's happened is that families have struggled a little bit more at this time. And so this is a place where they can come. It's 24/7.
Jacklich says on empty stomachs, kids don't have the energy they need for school.
If kids come to school hungry, it's going to really affect their ability to focus and learn.
These self-serve food pantries were built by Community First Health Plans.
For Harlandale, Community First Health Plans invested 100% of the installation, a little over $37,000 for the pantries for the school district.
President and CEO of the healthcare nonprofit, Teresa Sipansky, says more are on the way.
We are in conversations with East Central, Independent School District, as well as San Antonio ISD, and also talking to Region 20 about those rural communities. And that's an area that we really want to have visibility in the rural communities.
The nonprofit hopes to add 16 more of these food pantries throughout the city, bringing the total to 50.
While we know that there's always going to be a challenge with food insecurities, we want to supplement those larger organizations such as our local food bank, who does a phenomenal job.
With holidays approaching, Jack Litch believes these mini food pantries will help.
When Thanksgiving comes, along with this and some of the other efforts we do, it's all going to come together and really help families out.
Tiffany Huertas, KSAT 12 News.
How about them Cowboys? Cooper Rush, Trayvon Diggs, and the Cowboys squad showing up big over the weekend. We have all the great highlights and what comes next. That's in just a bit.
Communities across Florida cleaning up and rebuilding 5 days after Hurricane Ian hit that state. And even though those communities are more than 1,000 miles away from us here in San Antonio, but there are some ways that you can help. Joining me now, Daniel Martinez with the American Red Cross San Antonio chapter. It's taking part in a phone bank right here in our KSAT studios right now. Welcome.
Yes, and thank you so much for having us. We were just here last week, and it's unfortunate the circumstances, but American Red Cross is very appreciative of KSAT 12 for the community partnership.
So the point is, yes, we haven't had any rain. No, we haven't had any hurricanes here in our area affecting our weather. But that is not the case in Florida. They are deep in it right now. This is still ongoing, right? We don't even know how much help they're going to need.
Absolutely. We have multiple areas that we have community partners out trying to continue the assessment, but there's still areas where we can't even get to because of the debris and everything else that poses a hazard. So there's a lot to do still.
So if you're at home and you're wondering if there's anything that you can do for the communities in Florida, the phone number to call 210-351-1363. And as is always the case, your dollars can do more in this effort than any donation. So don't drop by the American Red Cross San Antonio chapter, drop off a case of water. Getting it to Florida would be more expensive than you actually just buying it.
Absolutely. We appreciate the love and support that San Antonio always provides. But the number one thing that we need today is finances to provide the relief that's needed there for those who are impacted by this hurricane.
So last time we had some matching funds. Anyone stepping up with a big gift?
So right away, one of our strong community partners called me and offered a $10,000 gift to get the ball rolling. That's one of the businesses here in San Antonio, Parking. So we're very blessed and appreciative of their support. It is a matching gift. So our goal today is to raise at least that much, if not more.
Oh, we can do that. $10,000.
Absolutely.
The last time we did this, we raised $14,000. Yes. So let's go ahead, San Antonio, and show the love, because, as we said, what's going on in Florida right now is they're in dire circumstances. There are people that are still missing. Search and rescue is still underway. And there are whole communities, like in Sanibel Island, that are cut off, and they're having to evacuate the island completely. So these folks are going to have nothing.
Right. Over the weekend alone, we've sheltered over 30,000 residents. We've provided over 108,000 meals, and so the need is great, and that's just to date. So there's still a great need. Right now, it averages $500,000 a day in shelters.
Wow.
And that is all coming through the generosity of individuals who are willing to give in support of the efforts.
Thank you so much. We appreciate it. Daniel Martinez with the American Red Cross. Again, the phone number to call, 210-351-1363. We'll be here all day.
All right, let's take a live look out at the Alamo City. 80 degrees now. Justin, we are officially in October. Yep. So are we done with the triple digits? Can we count them out for now?
I'd say we probably can. I'd say we're probably done with those. And you see some of those clouds you have moving across the sky right now. That helps to keep temperatures down just a little bit. Today, I think it's going to turn out to be another nice day. We'll just have those clouds around from time to time. The aquifer is dropping 0.6 of a foot to 631.6. We do desperately need some rain. And in your pollen count, ragweed is moderate. It is ragweed season, and molds are low. We'll look through the computer models and see if we can find any chances for rain there, plus an update on the tropics coming up.
Welcome back and happy Monday. So, did you make it outside this weekend? First weekend of October.
I feel like I didn't put on enough sunscreen for yesterday. Beautiful weather over the weekend, but gosh, the grass is all dying and dry. It's so sad.
Yeah, you can't beat the temperatures. It's just the lack of rainfall that's starting to get to us. And we're still, the driest year so far on record when you go year to date. And we just desperately need some of those showers and storms to eventually make their way back in South Texas. I want to show you some eye-popping numbers here. It's been 30 days since we've seen at least a half an inch of rain. That's not horrible, but it's been 40 days since we've seen an inch of rain. That was back on August 24th. It has been almost a year since we've seen over 2 inches of rain in one event. And that was way back on October 13th of last year. So it just shows you we've had some rain events, but they haven't been very fruitful. We need widespread, good, heavy rain, and that has not been in the cards. And it's having a huge effect on our rivers, too. We've been showing you the Guadalupe River most of the summer. Well, we picked up a little bit in August, right, because we saw some rain. Now look at the stream flows. 5 cubic feet per second. That's up around Kerrville. A year ago it was at 101. It's 8 cubic feet per second when you're around Comfort. It was 143 a year ago. Spring Branch, we did have some flow as of last month. It has gone back down to 0, and it was at 229 a year ago. Stream flow east of Canyon Lake there in New Braunfels, still not horrible. It's at 58. That's fairly slow, but a year ago it was at 161. So these are not good numbers. We know Medina Lake is falling, and this is all because of this drought situation that we're in. As we look at the picture, the big picture here, and we take a look at what's going on in the Pacific, there's a hurricane down there. It made landfall a little bit earlier this morning. That is Orlean. It's Category 1 now. It's still producing some pretty heavy rain. Winds are at 75 miles per hour. This will weaken very quickly as it moves into the higher terrain of Mexico, but it is bringing some pretty good rain to parts of Mexico, and it's also streaming some high-level moisture in our direction. So you see some of the showers there in Mexico. It would be nice if some of this activity worked into our area. It won't. And chances are this is not even reaching the ground. This is just high-level stuff. It's so dry at the surface that we're not going to get any rain out of this. And this is the time of year we do look to the Pacific to get some moisture in here and produce some rain on occasions. But that's just not the case with this one. We're just going to get some clouds out of it, and we can see those clouds here on live cam. Right now, it's 79 degrees at the airport, 82 Stinson, 80 at Kelly, 81 at Randolph, and there's not much of a wind out there. It's light and variable. We can see those thin high cirrus clouds that are working through. We saw this for much of the day yesterday, too. And so you'll see passing high clouds. The sun will pop out, and then it'll turn mostly cloudy for a little bit. That'll be the case, I think, through much of today and part of tomorrow. Temperature-wise, 79 Bernie Stage, 80 in Bulverde, 82 Seguin, 81 right now in New Braunfels. Dew points are still low. The air is still dry at the surface, as we discussed. 45 the dew point at Bernie, 45 New Braunfels. Dew point is 41 right now in Seguin, and that is fairly dry air. We'll see those high temperatures make it up into the mid-80s today, 86 here in San Antonio. Most places right there in the mid-80s, maybe a little warmer in places like New Braunfels, Pleasanton, with a high of 86 there. Here's the big picture. We've got some showers and a few storms out west, a few showers in the northern plains, and then the remnants of Ian still going. We've got some pretty heavy rain around Philly, New York, picking up some rain, and this will continue to move north and bring some rain to the northeast. So for us, our forecast is pretty quiet. 88 degrees Tuesday, 89 Wednesday, 90 on Thursday as we get more sun. There is a weak frontal boundary that we'll try to work in over the weekend, but it doesn't really cool us down much. It doesn't look like it will bring much rain, if any, at this point. So we have not put rain chances in, maybe just a few more clouds. Still a dry forecast, but at least the temperatures stay fairly comfortable, guys.
Yeah, we can't complain about that. Thank you, Justin.
Thank you, Justin. Spurs are back in action. Who played and how preseason game 1 went after the break. Plus, all the best catches, touchdowns, and interceptions from the Cowboys' victory. That's next.
Pro football coverage, powered by Davis Law Firm.
How about them Cowboys? The two biggest questions going into a rivalry matchup between the Washington Commanders and the Cowboys were, could Cooper Rush stay undefeated as the Cowboys starting quarterback, and would Michael Gallup play his first game of the season after coming off that season-ending surgery to repair the torn ACL? Well, the last question was answered right away. Michael Gallup in the starting lineup at the AT&T Stadium when Cowboys hosted their NFC East rivals, the Commanders, and Cooper Rush impressed. So an astounding yes to both quandaries. Let's take a look at what happened. Here we go. I mean, right off the bat, CeeDee Lamb putting on a show. didn't drop the ball. And then the defense really stepping up and showing out. So Trayvon Diggs, one of the stars of the game, and I say one of because, well, Carson Wentz doing all he could to literally throw the game away. A couple interceptions on the day. The Cowboys' stout defense and offense looking amazing. And here we go. One of the big plays. Trayvon again batting the ball away. We're going to slow-mo this one. Look at that. Just impressive. I mean, Carson Wentz was lost, and the Cowboys found everything they needed. They led at half. They led in the fourth quarter. And at the end of the day, they won. And that is all we care about because Cooper Rush doing what he can, filling in for Dak Prescott. So the question now comes, will Dak play next week when they take on the Rams? And that brings us to the final score of the game. Commanders only scoring 10 points on this stifling Cowboys defense. Michael Parsons, Trayvon Diggs, big shouts. And the Dallas Cowboys win 25-10. So what comes next? Well, week 5, Cowboys at Rams Sunday, 3:25 at SoFi Stadium in Los Angeles. The other professional team in Texas, we got to talk about the Texans. So I want to let everyone know the Chargers were up 21-0. The Texans did make a comeback led by Dameon Pierce, their rookie running back. Couldn't finish the job, though. They would fall 34-24. They fall to 0-3-1. Yes, they have the tie for the season, and they are far from done. Taking on the ailing Jaguars, who just got demolished in Philadelphia. That is Sunday, noon at TIAA Bank Field. And hey, never a bad day to talk Spurs. Our San Antonio Spurs kicking off the 2022 preseason in Houston, taking on the Rockets. Important to note, though, Keldon Johnson still dealing with that injured shoulder. Josh Primo also out. Spurs using some great ball movement right out of the gate. We had Trey Jones finding Josh Richardson, Devin Vassell. Here we go. And then Vassell again. I'm telling you, he's going to be one of the stars of the team. But at the end of the day, as impressive as the young guys looked and how fun it was to see basketball in its entirety, Devin Vassell finished with a team-high 13 points, but the Spurs would trail 30-17. Also great to see Jeremy Sohan and Malachi Branham show up and put up some points. Let's take a look at the final. The Rockets win 134-96, but it is just preseason, and 40% of our starting lineup was not in attendance. So we'll see. Excited for the season.
New today at 5, San Antonio isn't only known for the Alamo, of course. It was where the struggle began in Texas for Mexican-American civil rights in the 1960s and 70s as well. We're taking a look at the special collection of history held right here at home. It's today at 5 after Entertainment Tonight. Five murders in a city in Northern California since July, all linked by secret police evidence. ABC's Zareen Shah reports police are warning residents not to walk the streets alone until they find out who they suspect is a serial killer.
An urgent manhunt is underway in Stockton, California, as the search continues for a possible serial killer or killers.
At this time, we don't know if it's a person, 2 or 3. We just don't know.
5 men have been gunned down over the past 3 months, starting in July. Police releasing a surveillance photo of a person of interest. Investigators say the killings meet the FBI's definition of a serial killer. 54-year-old Renzo Lopez was one of the victims. He was a musician who sang about violence on the streets of Stockton. His heartbroken brother says Renzo was homeless but was trying to get his life back together.
It's hard to process that this has happened, you know. I mean, me and my brother have been like twins since we were kids.
All of the victims between the ages of 21 and 54. 4 of the 5 men Hispanic. Investigators saying the victims were all ambushed, but that the killings were not gang-related or robberies.
Stockton police are also warning people not to walk alone at night in unlit areas without cameras, and authorities now also offering $85,000 for information leading to the killer and asking residents in the area to look at their own cameras for anything that might help in the investigation. Zoreen Shah, ABC News, Los Angeles.
Nearly a year since an SUV slammed into a Christmas parade in Wisconsin, The man behind the wheel is going on trial. Jury selection beginning today for Gerald Brooks, who is accused of killing 6 people in that parade and injuring dozens of others. It happened during their annual Christmas parade in Waukesha. Initially, Brooks pleaded not guilty by reason of insanity, but that plea was withdrawn just last month. Jury selection could take at least 3 days to complete.
Today is the first Monday of October. It marks the new term of the U.S. Supreme Court and a new looking court featuring Ketanji Brown Jackson, the first African-American woman on the bench. Topping the docket is an affirmative action case involving minority admissions programs at Harvard and University of North Carolina. Before her death, Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg said she thought the issue of affirmative action had been permanently settled, but like Roe v. Wade, the new conservative-leaning justices may be ready to break precedent once again. In fact, court observers wonder if affirmative action precedents could now be at risk. So, the Supreme Court, not only dealing with affirmative action, also expected to take up major disputes on voting rights, free speech, and gay rights. Now to Russia's war in Ukraine. Ukrainian troops pushing forward with their offensive against Russia. ABC's M. Wynn reports that Russian President Vladimir Putin is now escalating threats about using nuclear weapons.
This morning, Ukrainian forces advancing into the Kherson region, according to Russia's defense ministry, continuing to take over towns Russian President Vladimir Putin recently declared he had annexed. Just today, Russia's parliament ratified the inclusion of the 4 seized territories as part of the Russian state. Ukraine's weekend victory in Liman, a strategic city Russians used as a transport and logistics hub, now paving the way for Ukrainian troops to push farther into Russian-occupied territory.
They are pushing up against the Luhansk Oblast, which will most likely be their next goal here. And of course, that's one of the oblasts that Putin tried to annex late last week.
According to the Russian pro-war correspondents, there are growing signs Ukrainian forces heading south could threaten to collapse Russia's front line, similar to that seen in the northeast.
We don't know how he's going to take all this external criticism. India and China have publicly spoken out against what he's doing in Ukraine and done so right in front of him publicly. So he's losing a lot of sympathetic ears.
As Russian citizens continue to flee Putin's military draft, he's threatening to escalate the conflict by using nuclear weapons. President Biden warning Putin of the severe consequences he faces from the U.S. and NATO if he does so. One expert telling ABC News his prediction of how the U.S. may respond.
Just to give you a hypothetical, we would respond by leading a NATO, a collective effort that would take out every Russian conventional force that we can see and identify.
Now, all eyes are on the southern Ukrainian city of Kherson. U.S. experts say a collapse there could be a huge blow to Russia's entire war effort. M. Wynn, ABC News, Washington.
Can you imagine what this would look like if we'd gotten any rain, any measurable nice rain over the summer?
I love the temperatures, especially over the weekend where we're hitting the 50s, but I gotta say, Justin, we need this rain.
We do, and I think it would be really nice if we could get a good front through here that would kick up some rain and then cool us down, and we'd see temperatures, in the 50s, something like that. Still not there. Still not anywhere in the computer models. I mean, we've had some nice mornings, but we still haven't had that big front yet. So we're still looking for that. We have had some good sunrises, though, and that's thanks to those cirrus clouds that have been moving through. Look at that picture coming out of Canyon Lake. Doesn't get much better than that. The colors were fantastic this morning. You'll see that again this evening, too, for the sunset. So take the camera out and send in those pictures to KSAT Connect. You can use a QR code there if you want on the side, and that'll direct you to where you can send in the pictures. We appreciate it, as always. Let's go outside for you, and I do need to pass along that today is another ozone action day. We're in the unhealthy category for those who are sensitive, asthma and those sort of things. Ozone levels will be up a little bit today. KSAT 12-hour forecast. We go 84 by 2 o'clock, mostly cloudy, 85 by 3 p.m. Temperatures will top out close to 86 later today, and then we'll fall back down into the 70s this evening. We'll still keep some of those high clouds in the forecast, and that continues into tomorrow. Although by tomorrow afternoon, we're looking at a lot more sun, and temperatures do heat up some by midweek. We have another look at that 7-day forecast, and we have a deeper look at the tropics. There is a developing system out in the Atlantic. We have more on that in just a few minutes. Guys.
Thank you, Justin. Happening right now, our KSAT community partners, along with the American Red Cross, we're raising money for hurricane relief efforts in Florida. The number to call right now on your screen, that is 210-351-1363. Phone lines open until 7 p.m. We held a phone bank this past last Monday for the people of Puerto Rico. Remember, Fiona ripped through the island. The final total from that event, $14,045 raised. So thank you to everyone who donated. In just a few minutes, we're going to be checking in with the Red Cross to see what your donations could mean.
It was rom-com versus horror in a box office showdown and new movies this weekend. Which film came out on top? We're going to take a look at the top 5 films in theaters.
And Bob Saget's final film will debut this month, and the premiere will take place right here in Texas.
We're keeping an eye on Florida. Dozens have died in the wake of Hurricane Ian, and now those who have survived the storm are trying to pick up the pieces. And that's why we're still teaming up with our KSAT community partners, the American Red Cross San Antonio chapter, for a phone bank. It's going on today. I'm joined by Daniel Martinez, who's in charge of the Red Cross, and he was just telling me a few minutes ago, kind of outlining the line-by-line budget items, how you respond and how much it's costing right now.
Absolutely. So just pre-positioning before the first raindrop ever hit, we had $2.5 million in resources sent. We have over 100 ERVs, our emergency response vehicles. With all things considered, we're well over $5 million. And we're just getting started. We haven't even started issuing financial resources to the families. We have to continue providing food, shelter, comfort kits, and then resources for families who are impacted to get things that are lost, like medicine, wheelchairs, all those kind of things. So the need is great. The need is great, and that's why we're here today.
Just in case you were wondering why we have this phone bank, by the way, the phone number 210-351-1363. It kind of boggles the mind when you realize every day how much it costs to do this search and rescue and relief effort.
Absolutely, it's great. As I mentioned before, just the cost of our shelters alone is $500,000 a day. But those numbers can sound overwhelming, but to put it in perspective and what we're getting from our callers right now, for just $200 a day, we can provide meals for a family of 4 and comfort kits. For $600 a day, we can provide those things plus the sheltering that they need and other resources to get them started. So the numbers are massive. From day one, all we have been hearing is catastrophic, right? The devastation. So there's great need, but there's every single penny helps, right?
And right now, every penny really does help times 2, because for the first $10,000 that's donated, there'll be a matching fund.
Absolutely. Thanks to our community partner, Parking. They have already given us $10,000 matching grant, and so we're hoping to raise at least that much today so that we can ensure that we get at least $20,000. And I know in San Antonio we can do it.
We can do it. And just keep in mind that this is an ongoing disaster, that right now Sanibel Island is cut off. They're having to evacuate everybody on the island. This is not over yet. And so when you're talking about $500,000 a day, really this could go on for many months to come.
Absolutely. And typically with a disaster event like this, the Red Cross has boots on ground for months after the actual event has occurred, because that's how long it takes to get individuals back up and running, to get communities settled and moving again. So it's a lot of effort, but we're here as a humanitarian organization to help provide the relief that's needed.
And we should also mention that when we have these phone banks and you're donating at this phone bank, that money goes directly to Hurricane Ian relief efforts. This is not going to get spread out all over the country.
Absolutely. So everything that we're raising today will 100% go towards those relief efforts. And the Red Cross, one of the beautiful things about our organization is 90% of every dollar goes to mission directly, with the other 10% admin. So we are very blessed that we have the ability to ensure that your dollars that are donated truly go to the mission of helping others.
That's a pretty good deal. Again, the phone number to call, 210-351-1363. We're going to be here all day long, reminding you, time to donate if you haven't already, or if you'd like to do so again.
All right, let's take a live look out at the Alamo City. 82 degrees out there right now. It was a picture-perfect weekend. Justin, are you ready for a move away from the triple digits, a move towards Halloween?
Of course. I'm all for it. Hey, look, triple digits is probably not in reach anymore, okay? Our record high for this date is 98, set back in 1979. So we can get into the upper 90s, but we haven't seen any triple digits this late in the year, and that's a good thing. We're actually going to be pretty close to average today. I think we warm up to about 86. The low this morning, 62, just a little bit below average. But you see some of the extremes. We can get as cool as 47. That was back in 1975. Are there some cool temperatures in the forecast? We take a look coming up.
Well, welcome back. 12:48 this Monday afternoon. So you made it outside this weekend, hit the horses?
I did, and I have to say it was actually a lot warmer yesterday afternoon than I was expecting.
Yeah, you know, the afternoons do get a little toasty when we're in the mid-80s, but
it's a big swing from morning to afternoon.
You're right. It's the dry air that does that for us when we get the cool mornings and nice afternoons, warmer afternoons. And before we jump into our forecast, which brings a lot of the same kind of weather our way, I want to talk a little bit about Ian a little bit more. We're getting some numbers out today, and so we want to talk about the most prolific tropical rainfall days, meaning when we have these hurricanes, how much rain do they produce? And what we're looking at here is an area of 10 inches plus of rainfall. So we're looking at a swath, an area. And of course, Harvey is, it's going to be hard to ever beat Harvey. The amount of rain that came down in that storm is just absolutely incredible. But Ian is ranking third now. So the area of 10-inch plus rainfall was around 14,000 at its peak during Hurricane Harvey. But Ian produced an area of about 10,000 square kilometers when you're talking about rainfall. And so Ian is right there behind Harvey, which is pretty incredible. So not only did they deal with the storm surge, which we know was incredible, there's still freshwater flooding going on in Florida, meaning the rivers are still cresting, and some places along some of the rivers there in central Florida are flooded. So it's just bad news all the way around, but I wanted to pass that along. And as we look at the tropics right now, we've got Hurricane Orlene. We talked a little bit about this earlier. It has made landfall there on the west coast of Mexico, and that's why we're seeing some of the high clouds. That's actually from that Pacific hurricane. Doesn't bring us any rain, but it will continue to bring some clouds into our area. Meantime, there is another system out in the Atlantic. There's about a 40% chance of development with this one as it crosses over the Windward Islands and moves into the Caribbean. I will tell you that looking at the computer models, most of them keep this well south of the United States. And this likely is not a problem for us, but we do need to watch it just in case. We know things can change, and we certainly will. There is another system out there that looks a little more organized, and this one has a 70% chance of development. And this is drifting north. So I don't think this is much of a problem for us either. But we'll keep tabs on it. Still hurricane season. We still need to watch it. As we go outside for you, mostly cloudy skies right now. 79 degrees at the airport, 45 the dew point. Southeasterly winds at about 6 miles per hour. Some places are in the 80s now. Pleasanton, Gonzales, New Braunfels, Kerrville, all checking in the low 80s. We're at 79 again here in town. And the airport's in the 70s, but everyone else is in the 80s. So Helotes, Port SA, 82 Stinson, 81 Randolph, and we'll see those numbers begin to jump up. KSAT 12-hour forecast, 85 by 3 o'clock. We top out near 86 this afternoon, and we'll keep the mostly cloudy conditions going into tonight. Clouds will clear out some as we get into tomorrow, and we'll see more sun by tomorrow afternoon. But dew points stay relatively low. We may get some dew points in the 50s by Friday, Saturday, but still that's not high enough to help us produce any rain. And as we look across the country, there is some rain to our north, some rain off to the east, but rainfall potential over the next 7 days stays away from us. It's all going to be out west or on the east coast. And so it's a dry scenario, unfortunately for us. I hate to say it, but that's where we stand right now. 88 Tuesday, 89 Wednesday, 90 on Thursday. There is a weak frontal boundary that could give us a bit more cloud cover and maybe some slightly cooler temperatures as we head into the weekend. We'll be right back.
Welcome back. Bob Saget's final film will debut at this year's Austin Film Festival. The actor and comedian died in January at the age of just 65 years old. Daniel's Gotta Die is the film, and it's about a man trying to reconnect with his family who would rather kill him for his inheritance. It turned out to be Bob Saget's final starring role. Now, the film's director said Bob really loved this film, and it's very sad he never got to see it finished. Daniel's Gotta Die is among more than 30 films included in this year's festival. It runs from October 27th through November 3rd.
Smile had plenty to smile about. The horror flick dominated its debut weekend. That film earned $22 million, more than the film cost to make. Don't Worry, Darling lost the top spot, $7.3 million, putting the dramatic thriller in second place in its sophomore weekend. Viola Davis and The Woman King took third place with $7 million. Despite strong reviews, the gay rom-com Bros debuted in fourth place with just $4.8 million. The re-release of Avatar fell to fifth place in the second weekend, grossing $4.7 million.
So I want to see the movie Smile, the horror film. And you know what? Can't help to smile when we talk SA Live.
Always, especially when Mike and Fiona are here on a Monday.
Max, what a segue. Yes, we always love seeing Fiona smile. So, hey, you always like to smile with homemade DIY stuff. It is our Halloween DIY week.
Yes, and Ellie from eSeamless and So Little Things is here to show us some easy and affordable projects you can do at home. How easy and how affordable. Look at that ghost.
So easy. It's just 4 items.
4 items for that.
Yes, and it's so affordable, just $10.
Really? $10.
Yes.
That's all it costs to do that, because that can retail for so much more at the store, right?
Easily $30.
Wow. More ideas from her coming up.
Speaking of great DIY, oh my goodness gracious, look at this cake. All the creation of Allie Olguin from Cakes by Tori Elizabeth.
No, Allie, we're not making this, right?
No.
Okay, good. Okay, but this right here, that is an example of a 3D cake.
Yes.
But what is a hyper-realistic cake?
So unlike this 3D cake where it's made to look a little bit more cartoonish and cute, a hyper-realistic cake is a 3D cake that's made to look almost like the exact thing to where you can't tell the difference.
Okay, so like a human hand or something.
Or like fruits or vegetables, things like that are really popular.
All right, great decorations. Are your decorations up yet?
If so, send those photos in at SA Live KSAT on Facebook and Twitter.
And I'm going to take you to a haunted place in town. More on SA Live.
We're at 82 right now, on our way to 86 this afternoon. Expect some off and on clouds. More sun, though, next few days. We're up around 90. Mornings are still nice and maybe a little bit cooler this weekend, but no rain in the 7-day forecast.
Wah, wah, wah. We need some rain. Rain dance is coming. Let's make it happen.
Thank you, Justin. That is it for us here on the News at Noon.
Mike and Fiona queuing up for SA Live. It starts right now.
Celebrate San Antonio. Coming to you live from historic Market Square. This is SA Live.
I love that ghost. Hello, happy Monday, everybody. Well, of course, the countdown to Halloween is on, and we're helping you get ready with our Halloween DIY week. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Mike Osterhage.
And I'm Fiona Gorst. There goes the ghost. All right.
It's having fun with that thing.
Yes.
So
It's officially October, so I mean, have you started putting up your Halloween decorations yet? I know folks in my neighborhood have already. It's already begun.
my neighbors across the street have a really good display. My wife just said that she got some of the inside stuff up. I still have to do the outside things. So
yeah, I stand behind them going up in September. I mean, you want to enjoy it.
Yeah.
You're like, no!
Except somebody said they went in one of the big stores, and now all the Halloween stuff, even though is all relegated over to the corner here, and Christmas
is already rolled out everywhere. So let us know, and if you have pictures of some of your decorations already up, please share them at SA Live KSAT on Facebook and Twitter. All right, well, as we said, it's our Halloween DIY week, and not all ghosts and goblins need to be scary.
You have to say it like this.
There we go. I'll let you. Okay, sometimes it can be just cute. I mean, look at that right there.
That's just amazing. Allie Olguin, owner of Cakes by Tori Elizabeth, is here to show us how to create these spooky and sweet designs. Is that good?
Yes. Okay.
I had to say that, though.
All right, first of all, that is incredible.
Thank
right
you.
there. I mean, a cauldron, the hand, that hand kind of holding the cauldron that you see, that is absolutely incredible. That's just an example of what you can do, right?
Yeah, I can definitely do anything into a cake.
How long would it take to do something like that?
So that cake took me about 20 hours, start to finish, and that's shopping for supplies, baking, making buttercream, coloring the fondant, all the accents, assembling the structure, everything, probably in about 20 hours.
How do you transport it then? Carefully.
Carefully.
Okay.
Okay.
What are we going to do here? Because we're going on a much smaller scale, but these are absolutely adorable here.
Yeah, so we're going to be doing 2 designs. Fiona, if you want to start with a ghost, you can go ahead and make the little Rice Krispie, cut it in half, and we're just going to form it into a sphere. After you have that molded, go ahead and stick a little skewer in it.
We do it the other half.
You can have it. Okay, you can have it. One for me, one for Mike. Okay. And then skewer it.
Skewer, yes.
Okay.
And then take some of the buttercream, pipe a little bit on the cupcake.
This one?
Yes.
Right here.
Yes.
Okay.
Now,
So make it have a height so the ghost will be like tall. Yeah, there you
With-
go. And then
Like
stick
that?
the Rice Krispie on top.
buttercream, Rice Krispie treats, cupcakes, everything. People are kind of familiar with those, but fondant. Can you buy
Like this?
that at the store?
Yes, you can. At any cake decorating store or craft store, even Walmart. You can get it at Walmart as well.
Oh, they have it. It just comes in sheets in different colors?
I think mainly just white, but you
Okay.
can always color it yourself. Yeah.
Okay.
So then take some white fondant and then apply some cornstarch onto the mat. Just half of that. Yeah, that's good.
So it's kind of like Play-Doh for bakers almost.
Yeah, just like Play-Doh. Make sure you put cornstarch underneath
wait,
and
I
on
need the
top.
cornstarch.
Lots of cornstarch. You don't want it to stick.
Okay.
There we go. And on top as well. It's gonna get a little messy.
You get nervous? It's like me trying to open Instagram.
I know. Yes.
Here.
Okay.
There you go. And then just roll it out.
How do I get it? It's gonna get all over me. All right, here we go.
There you go. You want to apply a little bit of pressure, roll back and forth, and then turn your fondant also so you can have it expand the other way also.
And you also said that if you're going to use fondant, do it quickly. I mean, once
It
you take
does
it out.
dry out.
Yeah.
That's why we have it wrapped in saran wrap so it doesn't dry out. But yeah, it will
And
dry.
once it dries out, it's like you're done.
It's kind of like clay, yeah. So then we have
Okay.
our circle cutter right here.
There it is.
Cut a circle out of it. There
Okay.
you go. And then you just want to apply it over your cupcake. And then for you, Mike, if you want to start on the cauldron, you can
Okay.
go ahead and we have 3 size circle tips, small, medium, large. Take the largest one and just pipe a circle.
Like that?
More. You want to put a lot of it so it kind of makes the shape of the cauldron.
Okay.
There we go. That's good.
good,
And then
okay.
take the medium-sized circle tip and just pipe a ring around the center on the top.
So like covering up what's here? This part?
No, just on the top.
Oh, up here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just a ring.
And
there we go.
Oh, I get it. Okay.
All the way around, and then you can add some cotton candy to it to make the steam come up.
Okay. Oh, how neat.
And then yours is the black.
oh, okay, he's got it. Okay.
Oh, we
There
need.
you go.
Oh, I just need this
Oh,
wrap
that
here.
one.
Thank you.
Okay. And then you put that on top to make it look like all the bubble, toil and trouble.
And then you can
always.
always add some little handles, which Fiona has the black right now, but little handles on the
Alright.
side. She's piping the little eyes.
And by the way, the black icing might as well be like playing with the Sharpie sometimes. 'cause
Yeah,
you're
it
gonna get it all
definitely
over your
stains.
hand.
Oh no.
Stains your teeth,
It will stain your teeth,
hands.
stain your tongue, everything else.
Everything.
So now, how adorable is that? Look at that.
There.
I think that is your best DIY you have ever done, Fiona.
Well, I had training wheels. My eyes are all gloopy.
You're talking about the cupcake.
Yes.
Okay. If somebody wanted to get a cake from you, just like a normal one, I'll say, how long far in
So
advance
generally
should they
just like
order?
about a week notice. I do take last minute orders. For simple cakes, 1 to 2 weeks, and then more over the top cakes like this, probably like 3 to 4 weeks.
That's a cake that we're looking at there? Oh, look
Yeah,
at the
those are all
spider.
3D cakes, yes.
And then creative ones like that, how long does it take to
Those are like 3 to 4 weeks in advance,
Okay.
yeah, because I have to build the support and all of that.
And not only cakes, you've expanded, right?
Yeah, so I started doing balloons also, which is kind of not something I planned for, but clients had an interest for it, so I do offer balloon garlands, backdrops, wooden arches, things like that now.
You get the whole kit and
a
caboodle,
whole
the cake and the
package.
balloon and everything.
One-stop
So-
shop.
Now, how'd you get started making decorating cakes?
My grandma was a cake decorator, so she got me started in it really young, but professionally for about 7 years I've been doing it.
Okay. Well, they're beautiful.
you.
This thing's just fantastic.
Thank you.
Now, don't forget to put in your orders now for the Halloween treat box right there from Cakes by Tori Elizabeth. We have a link to her website on ours. Just go to SALive.com, click on the As Seen on SA Live.
There's one more pinky and one more kind of spooky, if you will,
Correct,
right?
yes.
Okay. All right. Well, from cute spooky, I should say, to downright terrifying, you won't want to see any friendly neighborhood ghosts at one local haunted house. They want to make you scream.
Yes, I visited Haunting Oaks over there. Now in its 2nd year at Rolling Oaks Mall, and it is bigger and better than ever. And they've also got a brand new exhibit for those of you looking to take a spooky selfie with plenty of backdrops. Take a look. All right, well, it is Halloween season, and guess what? If you want your nightmares to come true, Oh, they can here at Haunted Oaks at the Rolling Oaks Mall. And joining me right now is Noah Peterson, Artistic Director. This is year 2 for this haunted house, and it is bigger, better, and scarier than ever. And Noah, I don't want to know whose leg that is.
This whole thing, you know.
So, first of all, this haunted house, bigger and better, tell us how.
Well, it's just that. Last year was our first year, and it was a pretty successful year. We had a great time, had some good feedback, had some criticisms on some things, and that was the reason why we went bigger. It was like, because it had to be longer, had to be more involved, had to be scarier, so we did it. So we're at almost 10,000 square feet this year. We've got a lot of new maze involved. We got a lot of new twist and turn involved. We're gonna trigger all your horror points, okay? We got clowns. We got spiders, we got loud noises, we got flashy lights, we got jump scares, we got some terrible themes going on in there that are pretty much gonna offend just about anybody, but what are you gonna do?
That's part of the experience, right?
Yeah.
And so this isn't something that's for the little kids, right? You wanna be maybe a mature.
Yeah, you know, if you got a sensitive child, probably not a good one for this. If you have a medical condition, probably not a good one for this.
Because there are strobes, right?
Yep,
going
there are
off.
strobes.
It's really loud in there.
It's really loud.
Which is part
it's dark.
Of, you know.
You're going to get cramps. So if you're claustrophobic, we're going to push that button pretty hard too. Yeah, we're pretty much going to find a way to make sure that you come out of here with some emotional damage.
Okay. All right. Walk me through some of the themes really quickly. I know you mentioned a clown.
The overall theme is what I like to call a journey into darkness, right? So that's why everything here is really dark, and you kind of start off in a hell room, and you kind of see, you know, kind of the flip side of that, and you kind of start wandering through these different evil themes that kind of go back to, you know, like maybe Children of the Corn, maybe a witch movie, maybe, you know, a possession movie, right? So we got little kind of homages in there. Nothing super specific, nothing super on there, just kind of...
But something the adults will remember from their childhood horror movies, right?
Right, like for instance, if you like, you know, creepy little dolls, got something in there, like I would show pictures around to some of my friends, and it was always interesting to see who would get creeped out at what. Some people are like, meh, and then they see that and they're like, oh.
Now this is, of course, locally owned,
Locally
right?
owned, locally operated, just a bunch of San Antonio guys trying to have a little fun, put a little scare, and you know, this is kind of what we do. So we're into, you know, scary events. We got all kinds of fun stuff like this.
All right, and if you make it through the haunted house, or maybe you just want something not as scary,
right.
You have something called Horrific Pics, where you will find Instagrammable scary backgrounds, and we're gonna go check that out right now, right?
Absolutely.
All right, we are now inside Horrific Pics, where, as you can see by this background, you've got several of these backgrounds that folks can use for their socials. You know, incredibly Instagrammable, horrifying backgrounds, right? And this is
13.
I see what you did there. 13 backgrounds. So 13 backgrounds, and you do custom backgrounds too.
Yes. So what we have here is we like to call them horror studios, and because you can do the selfie room thing, and you can buy tickets for that online at hauntedoaks.org. Get your tickets for the haunt there, get your tickets for Horrific Pics there as well. And just come on out and just have a good time. Get about like a half hour. That's about what people are taking their time to come through here. You can rent it out for private parties. You can rent it out for private photo sessions. We got a couple of rooms that are great if bands want to shoot videos. If you want to have like a corporate event, that kind of thing. If you're really brave, we do have a package out there for companies who want to get their room spoofed. So come on out. We can talk about some themes, and we can build a custom room just for you. And then you can have folks come on in and be taking pictures of your business all day long.
All right, tell folks how they can find more information on both Haunted Oaks and Horrific Pics.
Just go to the website, hauntedoaks.org, hauntedoaks.org, and it'll have links up there for everything.
All right, and for all that information, all you got to do is head to our website, salive.com, and click on the As Seen on SA Live tab.
Scary?
Yeah, you should go to some selfies there for your Instagram.
Okay, yeah. That's a neat idea, though, to have a place to go do all that. And open, you said, all year round, right?
Horrific Pics is going to be open year round.
Okay.
So anytime.
Interesting. Thank you.
Take your pumpkins to the next level. We are creating some succulent pumpkin centerpieces. And yes, you can do this too. Look how beautiful that is.
But first, if you don't brunch, are you even enjoying your weekend? We get a taste of this South Down Spots menu. It's next on SA Live.